This video I've been planning to do for a while and I just haven't gotten to it, and someone actually requested that I did this and I already had it on my list of videos to make, so I think today's the day. Navigating the world with chronic Lyme disease with service dog Sonoma by my side. Determined to make the best out of each day and raise awareness. This is me, and this is Chronically Cassidy. I'm going to show you all the things that are in my kitchen right now, or our kitchen right now, because I follow a very strict diet. So first of all, this cabinet right here is our special, like for my mom and I really, gluten-free cabinet. So let's just, and like Lyme-friendly cabinet. Let's go through here. Everything in here, besides the Cheerios, they have like 1 gram of sugar that is added. So they're not technically Lyme-friendly, but they're very, very close. And I don't really like cereal, hence why the box is like not open. But everything else in here is Lyme friendly. So these are flaxseed crackers, tomato and basil. This is avocado oil popcorn. So that is really good for you. Right here is I don't know, jelly jam. It's just a fruit spread. Crofters, raspberry. They have it in strawberry, other things. It's grape juice, raspberries, natural apple pectin, absorbent acid, vitamin C, and citric acid. So this is the kind of thing I would use to make peanut butter and jelly. This mayonnaise I have not tried yet. We went to the health food store, and the mayonnaise we always have been buying, it's sweetened with a little bit of honey instead of sugar and a ton of worse things. There are eggs in this. Is there milk in this? Eggs, olive oil, vinegar, salt, honey, mustard, vinegar again. Oh, distilled vinegar, other vinegar, spices, lemon juice. So I have not opened this one yet, but I like the one from Chosen Foods. It's a avocado oil mayonnaise, and this is an olive oil one. So I hope it tastes the same, but that's way healthier than Hellmann's brand stuff. Now we have some protein bars, Think Thin protein bars. The only thing that might be a downside to some people on this is that it has sugar alcohol in it, which is actually fine, and it does have stevia in it, which is a good cyst buster for Lyme disease. But some people with very sensitive stomachs cannot handle, like my mom cannot handle the sugar alcohol in this. I don't eat these too much anymore because I am out of my favorite bars. I just ate the last one today, shoot. I got these bars, protein bars, and they're called RX bars, like prescription bars, which I thought was a really like cool name. And they have like no nonsense ingredients in them, so you can look those up. I got the variety pack because they had a ton of flavors and I didn't know which one to pick, and I loved every single flavor. They are expensive, but they have like egg whites in them. They do have nuts in them, so if you have nut allergies, you have to watch out for all of these foods because a lot of things that are dairy-free are substituted with a nut. But they are delicious. They have really healthy, wholesome ingredients in them, and they are my favorite protein bar over the Think Thin bars, but the Think Thin bars have more protein. So they're just different. Oh, this is interesting. A gluten-free pasta alternative. If the color, since this is black bean rotini, so it is, the only ingredient is black beans, I believe, unless it has black beans and salt. Again, it's organic, non-GMO, yep, ingredient, non-GMO organic black beans. So you're literally just eating black beans. It has a ton of protein because it's beans. And you can just put tomato sauce or make a pesto. You just have to make sure you cook it. It's obviously not the same exact thing as your regular pasta. So if you overcook it, it gets really mushy, but that's just a learning thing. And yes, it does come out black, but if that's gonna gross you out, there is rice pasta. I don't know if I have any in here because I'm not a big pasta person, but the rice pasta is gluten-free from brown rice, and it tastes exactly like regular pasta. In the back, what are these, walnuts? Shelled walnuts. That's it. That's just like the almonds. Again, for yogurt or for trail mix, I'll put like this, some nuts and some things together to make a trail mix. That's all the things for the bottom. On the top, all right, that's another bag of the same popcorn. Here, this is interesting. This is Hodgson Mill with milled flaxseed, apple cinnamon muffin mix, gluten-free, made with real apples. So I'm going to see our ingredients here. So you use the mix, obviously. So it says 2 to 4 tablespoons of sugar. Now instead of doing that, I do 2 tablespoons of honey or pure maple syrup. Like raw honey is obviously the best. Pure maple syrup is better than Aunt Jemima's maple syrup. So I just substitute sugar for honey. I use honey as a replacement for sugar in a lot of recipes when baking. It's very easy when you're trying to convert how much honey you should use compared to sugar. Up to a cup, you use the exact same amount. So that says 2 to 4 tablespoons. I'm not going to need 4 tablespoons because I don't need it to taste that sweet for my taste buds. So up to a cup, you can use the exact same thing. Once you get above a cup, if there was, 1.5 cups of sugar, then you start using a little bit less honey and the conversions aren't exact. But up to a cup, they are exact. So that makes it pretty easy. I have, of course, made these before. Again, non-GMO, gluten-free, really, really good. And you could always add like blueberries or nuts or flaxseed, even though there's flaxseed in this one, and make them really good. And you can make it into a bread. You don't have to make them into muffins. Pretty sure we all know that. Here is my favorite almond milk to drink. There really isn't a difference between Silk almond milk, as long as it's unsweetened, and Almond Breeze. I just prefer the brand Blue Diamond Almond Breeze almond milk for some reason. So it's unsweetened, so it always has the pink top, and it is vanilla. And this is what I use to make my hot chocolates with stevia and unsweetened cocoa powder, which is not in here because it's in my baking cabinet. Those are all of the things I have in my specialty gluten-free, lime-friendly cabinet right now. Obviously, it varies. Sometimes I have rice pasta. I actually think we might have some. Oh, I forgot the Flacker crackers. Can't forget that up there. Up here is my tea station. I have my matcha. I made a video on me trying matcha and I love it. My friend was very nice to give me like a sample, and this is the exact same one, so I ordered the same one. The brand is Enso Tea, and it's called Matcha Premium, and this is like 1,000,000 servings. So that is my matcha, and then we have some tea in here. This is just like tea I use on a regular basis. But right here we have Megan Tilton's favorite, Simple Mills chocolate muffin and cake almond flour mix. So that's great. It's not just gluten-free, it's almond flour. It has only 8 grams of sugar. I use, is it stevia for this recipe? I forget. Yeah, you can use stevia or a 1/3 cup of sugar. So or coconut sugar. So why use coconut sugar or regular sugar if you can just use stevia, which has 0 calories and is a cyst buster for Lyme disease. So this is great. It has 3 different recipes on it, depending on what you want to do. We always make the muffins, and they taste like cupcakes to us. So this is definitely a really, really good thing. Not sure why it's up here, actually. On the left, we have a giant thing from Costco of coconut oil, because we use coconut oil instead of butter. Butter is actually not unhealthy if it's real butter with no added ingredients besides like salt or unsalted. It's when you get like most butter that's in stores where it's really bad. Oh look, I have 2 more things of that mix up here. Gosh, that's great. And then we have, 2 things of Manuka honey. Now Manuka honey, where does it come from again? Oh, product of New Zealand. I was like, I knew it was somewhere interesting. Is like an amazing superfood honey. So it has like different levels. This is 20 plus bioactive Manuka honey. There's a 15 plus. I don't know if I have that one. That's a little bit less. I think it goes up to 25. Which one is this? Let's see. Oh, another 20. So there's like levels of potency. And way up here, this is the gluten-free rice pasta. Organic, as usual. Gluten-free brown rice pasta. Tastes just like regular pasta. So that's that cabinet. None of these cabinets have anything else in them. I don't think there's anything really I use in here. Some olive oil, some apple cider vinegar, and some white distilled vinegar. And there's some flaxseed back there. Other than that, this is like my brother's protein shakes and some of my dad's stuff that I don't go into. My dad and brother pretty much have their own cabinet. So all these crackers are not gluten-free. Rye bread isn't gluten-free. This is all his stuff. I don't even come in here. These almonds have like sugar in them. I think they do. Actually, these ones don't. But some of them he gets are like honey roasted. These crackers my mom likes. She doesn't have to be on the Lyme diet. She does not have Lyme disease. They are gluten-free, but they do have added sugar. So I do not eat those. And then pretty much the rest of in here is just storage for tea. Shall we open the fridge? Let's see what we can find. Oh good, we have that yogurt. Alright, so here's the unsweetened vanilla. They also have an unsweetened chocolate. And if you want it to taste more sweet, you can add the liquid stevia. Over here we have some coconut waters. I don't drink these a lot because they do have quite a bit of sugar in them. Natural sugar, but sugar. But they have a lot of good electrolytes, so if I happen to go for a big run, which I can't, but eventually, this would be something really good to drink. These are the really good ones. Oh look, this is the other mayonnaise. This is the one I typically buy, which apparently we still have some of. Chosen Foods avocado oil mayo. Tastes, oh, that's just the fridge telling me to close the door because I've kept it open too long. Alright, we have some minced garlic because we like to put that with our vegetables. We have some Saccharomyces boulardii. The raspberry and, is this one strawberry? Strawberry preserves. Lemon and lime juice. More flaxseed up here, which is great for oatmeal. It's a great source. Oh, this stupid thing will not stop beeping. I'll probably have to shut the door and reopen it. This is great for adding protein and healthy fats to oatmeal or a smoothie. And of course I'm gonna get it stuck. So let's just shut it right there. I also have these little packets of just lightly dried basil. We have fresh salsa, not salsa you buy in a can, just fresh vegetables. We get this at ShopRite. It is delicious. This is the yogurt I eat. I used to eat Faye Total Greek yogurt, but then going dairy-free, that is not dairy-free. So I went with coconut milk yogurt, unsweetened vanilla, and if you add the stevia drops to it and make a parfait with like a little bit of fruit, which it looks like we don't have that much of right now, it's really, really delicious. And I like to eat it plain too. I don't even need the stevia. And you can make smoothies with it. You can do whatever you want with this stuff. It's really, really good. This is just pumpkin in here. That's mostly for Sonoma. This is my IVIG for the fridge. Glutino is the same brand as the crackers. Not the Flacker crackers, the crackers in the other cabinet. My mom eats these. I don't eat them because Glutino doesn't really have anything that is... Sorry for the beeping. No sugar added. This is like one of the healthiest breads you can buy. Ezekiel 4:9, the sesame kind. It's technically not gluten-free, but it is sprouted grain bread, and it's flourless, it's organic. It does not cause me any stomach upset compared to if I were to eat a piece of my dad's rye bread, which would probably leave me in bed for like days. I can't even imagine. A lot of the reason why people have sensitivity to gluten nowadays compared to years ago is because of the way they've been processing gluten, and gluten is so refined and it's not sprouted and like taken off the farm like it used to be. Unless maybe you're from Ohio and you get your wheat off the farm next to your cornfield. So that bread does have wheat in it, and I don't know if it has rye or anything else, but it doesn't have any added sugar. Lots of bread have added sugar in them, and my stomach tolerates it completely fine, and it's extremely healthy for you. And they have a cinnamon raisin kind. It is really, really good. Up here is our butter alternative. We have like two different kinds, two different selections. This is Earth Balance organic coconut spread. It really tastes like regular butter. And then the other one is just Olivio coconut spread, or it might be called coconut butter, I don't remember. But it just depends on which store we're at, which one they sell. But again, there's no added sugar in this. Yeah, we buy coconut butter instead of regular butter. And again, there's nothing wrong with regular butter if you're to buy real butter that is like plain butter, not like stick butter that has nothing in it besides what is butter made of, just cream and salt. Healthy fats are really good for you, and coconut oil is filled with tons of fat, and it's very good for coconut oil in general is really good for helping you lose weight. This side of the fridge, besides the top, is pretty much like that cabinet over there. It's like all my dad's stuff that I do not touch. Like the Hellmann's real haha mayonnaise, dressings, like, you know, salad dressing, hopefully you know salad dressing has added sugar in it. Pickles have sugar in them. All this stuff is nothing I eat. I do not drink orange juice, even if it's no sugar added. We have spinach, cucumbers. These blueberries? Blueberries. I'm gonna make blueberry water tomorrow. More spinach, celery, eggs. I get a special deli meat. The brand is Nuna's, and it has no sugar added because the regular ones from like Stop and Shop or ShopRite like this have added sugar in them, like they all do. We asked the people there and they didn't have one that didn't have added sugar in it. This is almond butter from the health food store, so they just make it there, so that's why it's in this different container. But you can find almond butter that's in like a regular peanut butter container. I don't think we have any peanut butter right now. Oh no, this is the peanut butter. This is the peanut butter. This is the peanut butter. Back there, that's more grainy looking, is the almond butter. You can get them in regular things. You just, regular containers. You just want to make sure that they have no added sugar. The only ingredients should be peanuts or almonds. The only ingredients to a nut butter should be whatever nut it is. And if you, let's say, have problems passing out and you need more salt, you can have salt. If you have high blood pressure and you're overweight, then get the unsalted kind. I don't think those have salt in them, but some do, some don't. You just have to read the label. Always read the ingredient label. Don't just look at the front of the package because they put what they want you to see. What they don't want you to see is always on the back, because why would they post it on the front anyway? That looked like most of our fridge. Let's see what's in our freezer. Oh, these are fantastic. No sugar added, turkey Bubba burgers. Frozen, gluten-free, really good. We have the regular ones for my brother, but I do not eat, what's it called? I don't eat regular burgers. We have frozen fruit for smoothies. This is really good. Applegate Naturals gluten-free chicken nuggets. I swear these taste like chicken nuggets. No antibiotics used. No added sugar. They are so good. You just put them in the oven like regular frozen chicken nuggets, and they taste exactly the same, but they are just extremely healthy. I'm sure you can find them at Whole Foods. Then we have Amy's gluten-free cheese pizza with a rice crust. All organic, no GMO. Really, really great ingredients in here. The only thing that is not Lyme friendly is that cheese consists of dairy. So I only have this on a very sparingly basis. They do make versions with, I don't know what kind of cheese it is, but it's like almond milk cheese. It's not dairy milk cheese. But Amy's is a really good brand to look into. The rest in here just is some frozen vegetables, some frozen broccoli, some frozen peas. stuff that's probably like my dad's that I don't eat. Lots of ice packs. We have lots of ice packs in this house. Oh, it looks like we have baby carrots down there, steam fresh peas. Those are so good. They are really fresh. Like when they say steam fresh, they're serious. Those are amazing. And that's really it for the freezer. I cannot think of any other place in the kitchen where we have food. So I think I pretty much went everywhere. We are low on fruit. We just like ate all our organic strawberries and stuff, but we have frozen fruit that I just found. So I can make waters out of that tomorrow. And oh, hold on. Over here in the corner, we have apples, red peppers. I love red peppers. I eat them like potato chips. Ginger for juicing. Apples, tomatoes, bananas. Oh my. Limes, because we've been doing the Lyme disease challenge. Otherwise, I do not like limes. I hope for people who are trying to eat healthier and don't really know where to start, that this video helped them find some brands and some products that it's really best to try to get away from so many processed foods. But there are still products in the grocery store besides the produce section that you can buy, like Flacker crackers or a gluten-free pizza that might have the cheese crust if you're okay with that, or you can get the dairy-free cheese crust. There are a lot of things that you can buy, and it's not like we have every food that we've ever owned in our house right now. There's also the recipes that I make, like the fudge, and I make granola bars, and I have to make the muffins, but the muffins come from a mix. And then you're just substituting sugar for honey or stevia, and you're making things way healthier. This is how I live my Lyme diet pretty much. All the vegetables can be dipped in peanut butter, almond butter, cashew butter, sun butter. You can make smoothies. You can make so many different things. You can make your own gluten-free pizza. Oh, one thing I didn't show because we don't have it, but we have, I forget the brand of it. We have an organic pasta sauce to go with the pasta, and it's not here because it probably expired because we didn't eat the pasta. But if you were just going to get a regular pasta sauce, I can't think of a brand off the top of my head, strangely. They have tons of added sugar in them. Why can't I think of a brand of pasta sauce? That's weird. You can get at Whole Foods or a local health food store near you. We have one just 10 minutes away from my house, which is really great. And a lot of these things, like the Lara bars and the yogurt, the almond milk, you can find at Stop and Shop, ShopRite, and typical non-specialty food stores. Another thing I didn't mention, I did show that we had eggs in the fridge, but you can hard boil eggs and put hummus in them. We have hummus that has no added sugar. Tribe is the brand that we get. I just like regular eggs on the stove, or you could make it into an omelet and put spinach in it and put onions in it and put, what else would you put in an omelet? Not cheese if you're doing dairy-free. You could put sliced ham, sliced turkey. You could put pesto in it. I love pesto in omelets. Or I'll just put basil in it, tomatoes, whatever to your taste. Sometimes you have to get creative. A lot of times you can just look things up online, like gluten-free, sugar-free recipe, gluten-free, sugar-free foods, and just take some time the next time you go to the grocery store in the healthier section. And yes, it takes time, but read the back of the labels of products and you'd be surprised that there are foods out there that you can eat, like chocolate cupcakes or muffins, or the apple cinnamon muffins, and really good protein bars that taste like candy to me. If you have any questions on the brands or the foods or what I make or what I eat, you can feel free to ask them in the comment section. Since this video took up a lot of time, I skipped going into my baking cabinet. So I'm going to make a whole separate video for my baking cabinet.